Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. We from Group 6 will explain about morphological process non-concatenative. I am Widya Astuti as a moderator and the material with my partner Olpi Imelda as a material. The first material will be explained by me. Morphological process is a means of changing a stem to adjust its meaning to fit its scientific and communication context. Morphological process serve different functions, some to alter meaning and or part of speech. Others show grammatical relationship between words. Inflectional morphemes serve a grammatical function. Non-concatenative, studying internal structure of morpheme. Non-concatenative is a form of word formation in which does not involve tying morphemes together sequentially. Non-concatenative or internal changes are morphological processes that alter the word internal structure. Such changes can affect vowel quality or otherwise alter shape of the word. Reduplication. This process can be classified according to the form that is duplicated, whether complete or partial, and the latter according to actually which part. Several such types may function side by side in a given language. So, for example, in Marcellus on finds at least 3 types or partial reduplication. Types number 1, initial C. Example, live or live and I live. Types 2, initial GPG. Example, yetel and yat yetel. Types number 3, final GPG. Example, takin and takinkin. It is not uncommon to find that more variation is tolerated in the output of reduplication than of other morphological processes, such as affixation. For example, regular and plural. Example regular, ye many. Example plural, re many. Example singular, it is din. Example plural, they are din. Example singular, it is short. And example plural, they, do, are short. Other example of the tolerance of reduplication for variation in output can be seen in the Tagalog verb that include either the, park, or car prefix in their formation. Next, internal modification. Internal modification occurs when a phoneme in a word is replaced by another one and this creates a new item. Although technically every process constitutes a modification, the term is usually served for change in the phonetic substance that leave one form with no more and no less than the other for change in which the numbers of segments remain constant. This internal modification is divided to several groups. 1. Vowel modification. A morphological process might consist of the substitution of one vowel quality for another, or a particular vowel quality for one or more others. In the latter instance, especially when several qualities are substituted for the substitute vowel can be seen as the target of the gesture. Latin perfect verb stem formation. For example, involved several processes, singly or combination, include among them. In addition to suffixion and initial CV and reduplication, where both the lifting of vowel of every quality and substitution of long for either I, a, or I, a, or I. To achieve this process is to develop a field, the complex of gesture whereby one made a perfect in its aspect. Okay, the next material will be explained by Alfi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, I am Alfi Imelda. I would like continue the explanation from Widya Astuti. Widya have been explained about types of internal modification. So in here, I will explain about ablaut, umlaut, consonant modification, tonal modification, conversion, and back derivation. Ablaut and umlaut. These two terms are of German origin. Ablaut was first used by German linguistics to refer to vowel alternation, or also called gradation, of the sing, sang, sung, variety inherited from Indo-European, which from their origin have been grammatical signaling device and thus constitute pure examples of vowel modification as a morphological process. Umlaut, on the other hand, although today largely indistinguishable from ablaut, had its origin Germanic languages as a phonological process, whereby root vowels assimilated to a H-prompt suffix vowel. Consonant modification. In English, voicing of final fricatives is used to convert certain noun to verbs, sometimes with accompanying vowel modification. Noun, bath, verb, bathe. Noun, read, verb, read. Noun, house, verb, house. Noun, grief, verb, grieve. Noun, believe, verb, believe. noun half, verb half, etc. Tonal modification. A number of African languages use tonal modification for verb inflection according to Matthews. He cites the following examples from Lumesaba, a Bantu languages from East Africa in which a morphology distinction may legally be carried by tonalon. Hisa near pets perfect. A bone. Where high tone. Where low tone. Where falling tone. NB is an implosive bisyllable stop. Primary stress on. First syllables noun record. Second syllables verb record. Noun contrast. Verb contrast. Noun permit. Verb permit. Noun perpet. Verb perpet. Noun transport. Verb transport. Noun confect. Verb confect. Conversion. A process by which a word belonging to one word classes without any change of form, but the function of the word is changed, or this process is also known as zero derivation. This process changes the part of speech and a meaning of an existing root without producing any change in pronunciation or spelling and without adding any affix. Types on conversion. Verb to noun, noun to verb, name to verb, adjective to verb, proposition to verb. In some cases, conversion is accompanied by a change in the stress pattern known as stress shift. Back derivation. The derivation process of back means that a new word is derived from a more complex form by deleting a suffix. Founding derivation, not inflection, the formation of a new lexeme by the deletion of a suffix, or suppose suffix form a apparently complex form by analogy with other instances where the su suffix and non-suffix forms are both lexeme, or a precise in which a word changes its form and function typically. A word of one type, which is usually a noun, is reduced from a word of another type, usually a verb. Example: television, televise; donation, donates; transcription, to transcript; contraception, to contracepts. Conclusion: we have noted in this paper a variety of ways in which new words or inflection can be formed that do not involve either prefixation or suffixation. Each deserves further studies as a process in its own right, unrelated to the concept of morpheme and other bits apparatus built upon the assumption of affixation. As a result, some of these latter will need to be abandoned. For example, Tagalog uses infixation and reduplication to form the completed aspect of verb. There is currently a debate among linguists as to whether these aspects are inflectional or derivational. But if they prove to be inflectional, it will make no sense to say concerning this word internal process that inflection is always peripheral with respect to derivation. Okay, I think enough. That's all about my explanation. So, thanks for your great attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
That's the explanation from our group about morphological process non-concatenative. If anyone doesn't understand, please ask for our group. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.